So you may have read the title of this video and just said, "What are you saying? What are you talking about? 2 years of no eating. That's ridiculous. Like, how could you even survive? Food is such a thing that I have every single day. Like, how do you whenever you get that piece of information, you're like brain fart. What? First of all, let me just answer the basic question. What happened? Like, how did this even happen? Long story short, it's a condition. I have a condition where basically stomach messed up, brain messed up, two nerves specifically connected to my esophagus doesn't really work, so swallowing is very difficult. That's basically like what happened. There's no, I mean, there probably is a name for it. For me to be really for me to really talk about it, I can't. It's a lot. It's a lot of information because it's 2 years worth of craziness. So I'm gonna leave that for my TikTok. So if you want to know more intricate details, if you want to know how it started, treatment, blah blah blah, if you want all the details, I'm gonna leave that for the TikToks. I'm gonna make a bunch of them. Basically, a lot of info dumps there. So yeah. Excuse me. And that's another thing that happens with my condition. I burp a lot. I'll do my best to cut out all the burps if I have a lot. I want to use this video as a way to just talk, just to say everything, all the things that I've learned because of my condition. Because it's not over yet. That's one thing. I just want to put it out there. It's not done yet. My condition, it's still ongoing, as you see, burping. I want to use this video a way for me to just put everything out there, just so maybe you can learn from this if you're watching this, if you're interested in what I've experienced, because it is kind of like a strange experience. Like, you haven't really, I don't think you would know somebody that couldn't eat for 2 years. This isn't a common occurrence. No food for 2 years. That isn't really a common occurrence. So I really just want to talk about everything that I learned. One thing that that is very, very important is that you have to be very grateful for everything that you have right now. Lots of you probably experienced this where something happened in childhood. You were doing some activity with some friends or some neighbors, just, childhood activities. And then you kind of reminisce and you're just like, whoa, these things that we used to do, I miss doing them. It could be school, for example. Some people are like, oh, I hate school. And then, when you're out, you're just like, damn. I kind of miss those times, those simpler times, or I don't know, people play video games. I used to play video games a lot. Playing at a certain time period, you're just like, damn, I miss those times. One game that I used to play a lot was called Destiny, for the PlayStation. I played it on PlayStation at least, and I'll look back at old footage. I'm like, damn. I miss those times, even though I hated that game. It's crazy. So that's where that really hit. This feeling really hit when I realized I couldn't eat. Because it's the most universal, thing for us is eating. We would go, yo, you want to go out to dinner, or oh, you want to eat with the family, eat with, just eat. You want to go to Starbucks, you want to go to McDonald's, want to go to a restaurant, fancy restaurant, take a girl on a date or something. Eating, not having that anymore is kind of just because eating is such a basic thing. You don't really need to think about it. You're just right? Not having that anymore is such a big, just what? The no food made me realize every little thing that we have, we need to really appreciate it while we have it. Because something as intrinsic to the human experience like eating, not having that anymore, really like I don't even know how to explain it. It's really it's crazy not having it anymore. And you really like think about the time, like I really think about the times where like I used to say no to food. Or I'd be like, "Oh, it's green beans. I hate greens. Oh, I don't know what else I hated. I don't remember anything. Like, but like, you know, oh, I hate this food. Oh, like, oh, like now I'm kind of like, yo, you should have just ate it. Even if you think it tastes nasty, try it. Like every food, like I guarantee you, when I can eat again, anything you give me that I know is good, and it's not like you're giving me trash. Like you pooped on the plate and you said here, like I'm not gonna eat that. But if I go to any like show me any restaurant, I'm gonna eat everything. Even if I think it looks nasty, because before I would be like, it looks nasty, it looks disgusting. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna make sure that I try everything. It doesn't matter if like I had a previous conception of it in my brain. Like I had a previous like encounter with it. I'm like, ah, that's nasty. I don't care. I'm gonna try it. I need to be grateful for the fact that I eat, and you need to be grateful for the fact that like, yo, I can eat. Like really think about it, because imagine if that goes away. Imagine something so essential in your life just goes away. That happened to me. The eating, and now it's like, yo, these things that I thought was nasty, I really wish I could just have it. All this food that I kind of wasted because I was like, I don't really want to eat. That was disrespectful to me now who can't eat at all. It's like, it's just another level because just imagine yourself without this. Like, imagine you're a runner and all of a sudden now your legs are gone. Like, that's insane. That's like, yo, what? For me, because like I'm an artist, I'm a music artist. I do vocals, right? Imagine imagine you're a vocalist as well. Not being able to sing when you dedicated your whole life to singing, gone, it's gonna mess with you. It's gonna be like, yo, like what? And it's one of the biggest, just like, what am I supposed to do? I should have taken care of my voice. I should have done this. Like, just a sneak peek into like my condition is because I was eating a lot of bad food. I should have ate more good foods. I shouldn't have been eating junk food. I shouldn't have been eating this like processed gunk basically. I should have been eating healthy. I should have been eating natural um grass fed like meats, plants, non-GMO plants, stuff like that, like all these things. I should have invested more into my food, and I wouldn't have even like experienced a fraction of what I feel now. If that, I don't know if that made sense, but I'm just re-say it. I should have just eaten healthier and I wouldn't have felt this. I should have taken care of myself. That's what yeah. I should have taken care of myself more. And same thing with running, like, oh, I should have taken care of my legs more. And like, yeah, like sometimes it's just like you don't even think about it. And like, yeah, of course I would take care of my voice. Of course I'll take care of my legs, right? But to me, this was kind of just unexpected. You don't even realize that you're not taking care of something because you think you eating is just gonna be forever. Now you could just say that I'm dumb for not like really taking care of my stomach. But either way, it's still like you have to really be grateful for everything that you have. I should have been grateful for the fact that I eat, and I should have treated myself with really good food and not some garbage. That's for you if you're eating bad foods. If you're all you're doing is eating junk foods, you gotta eat good food. Please, you gotta eat good food. You don't want to experience this. You do not want to experience this at all. Second thing is that time is on your side. Something that we don't realize is that we have a lot of time. We have so much time, you don't even realize how much time we have. Like, it's ridiculous. Because of my condition, I had to drop out of college. I couldn't be on campus. Because the food was can't eat the food. Like I had to walk around a lot. Like I had to walk far distances. You know, I just couldn't. I would die if I went there. If I still went there. So I was like, no, get out. I had to take college out of my life, and I had to stay at home. And getting money was difficult, just because like I'm constantly burping, low energy. I wasn't able to get a regular job. I had to do things online. I had to do like a lot of things. I don't know, like selling beats and stuff like that. I sell beats because I'm a producer as well. I'm an artist and a producer. But because I didn't have a regular job, it was like it gave me so much free time because I didn't have to like go into like some place. I didn't have to clock in, clock out, go back. Like it like school. Like I didn't have school. I didn't have to like time gotta go to class, gotta leave, gotta do this, gotta eat. No. Like completely free schedule, nothing going on. I was basically like the unemployed friend, but like I couldn't do any like wacky adventures. And it was like I would wake up and hours and hours of just nothingness. It was like, wow, we have a lot of time. And we kind of fill it up with a lot of useless things. Useless things that won't really like progress us. Like I would be sitting watching YouTube videos for no reason. Like why are you doing this? You got so much time. You got all this time. A lot of the time we're wasting our time. Like doing things that are like not really helpful. I mean like yeah, like sometimes I watch YouTube videos for like specific things that are like for something that I'm doing. Like I don't know, like me figuring out how to mix something with my music, like like very specific things, but that's like, you know, that's me using my time wisely. But like sometimes I'll be watching math videos. Like why am I watching like history of math? Like, cause I'm bored. Yeah. I mean, it's interesting, but it's like, why am I really doing this? Like, I could be like doing something else that could be making me money or something. What I'm really saying is that we have a lot of time that, again, that we take for granted. We kind of just say, oh, there's going to be more time tomorrow. Oh, I can do this tomorrow. Like, it's procrastination. We have a lot of procrastination. And when you really step back, you realize, like, yeah, we go to sleep, we go to work 7-8 hours, come back, we got like 4 or 5 hours of like free time or something like that. I don't know, right? About 4 or 5 hours, you don't realize that's a long time. That's a lot of time. You could be doing a lot of things in that 4 or 5 hours, and you might say like, oh, but I'm working, stuff like that. But the thing is, you could even just use like 2 hours. You can use 2 hours. You can use 1 hour. Like you have 1 hour is a lot. It's a lot of time. You like might be saying, "Oh, 1 hour." Think about this, right? I don't know if you've done it. I don't know if any of you are still in school. Maybe you're out of school. I don't know. But have you ever just looked at the clock and realized, like, damn, it's going so slow? And imagine looking at that for an hour. The reason why an hour goes by fast is because you're doing something. An hour playing games, having fun, all that, blah, blah, blah. For 1 hour, it's the same amount of time as you just looking at the clock for an hour. That kind of be like, yeah, it's an hour. But it feels longer. It feels so much longer. I don't even know what I'm trying to say. But I'm basically saying, like, you looking at that clock for an hour, that's an hour. You playing for a video game for an hour, it's the same amount of time. One just feels like it's shorter than the other one. What I'm basically saying is that with this in mind, an hour is a long time. Like if you really feel it, an hour is a long time. You can do a lot with an hour. Imagine 2 hours. And now you might be saying, okay, you want me to look at the clock for an hour? No. No, I don't want you looking at the clock for an hour. I want you to do something that could be something that you want to do. Maybe, again, like me, you want to be a music artist. Spend an hour doing that. Even 30 minutes. Have you looked at the clock for 30 minutes? Maybe like you went to a dentist appointment or a doctor's appointment. You look at the clock, you're like, that feels like a long ass time. Just imagine doing something for that 30 minutes. Doing something special. Like, I don't know. Like making a Shopify store or something. I don't know. Like come on. You can do a lot with just an hour. Trust me. Time, you got a lot of it. You don't realize you got a lot of time. You kind of just let time pass. Use that time. Use all of your time. Trust me. It will be amazing. Another amazing thing that I learned is that you gotta always be positive. There is never a downside of being positive. It's a net negative to be negative, and it's a net positive to be positive always. Let me tell you, because imagine this. Imagine you're in a race. Imagine you're going against Usain Bolt, and you're just like an average track person, right? Now imagine as the average track person and saying, I can't beat him. He's Usain Bolt. I can't beat him. He's so fast. Oh my god. You're never gonna win. Because you told yourself, I'm not gonna win. Now let's say you say, yeah, I'm gonna beat him. Let's go. I can get him. Right? I can get him. Trust, I can get him, right? Even if the chance is just 1% that you can win, that you can actually beat him. You saying I can't made that 1% zero. You made that 1% zero by saying I can't do it. Because guess what? You can't. Because you said that you can't. If you say you can beat him, even if you don't beat him, there was still a chance that you could have, because you gave yourself you put it in your brain, your mind, that there's a possibility. Yes, I can. So if it's something that you're interested in doing, like again, like I'll go back to my music thing, right? If I say I can't be a music artist, I can't sing, I can't do this, I can't do any of this, right? If I say that I can't, then I won't be a music artist. I won't be a good one. I could be one, but I won't be a really good one. Like, that negative self-talk makes you worse. If you say in your mind, if you say it out loud to yourself, say, yeah, I can be a really good one. I can be a really amazing artist. I can be a really great singer. The chances of you being a great singer are much, much higher than you saying, I'm not. You're basically eliminating the fact that you could possibly be a great singer. You're basically throwing that off the table. You're saying, nah, that can't happen. Because you told yourself it can't happen. But if you tell yourself that it can happen, that I will, you gave yourself a chance. That positive self-talk, that will lead you to possibly being an amazing singer. Trust. You see me, right? I'm very positive. That I'll say. I'm very positive. I really like tell myself, yeah, I can do this, I can do that, I can do this, right? I say that because if I say, oh, I can't make this, I can't do it, I won't. It just won't happen. Me not being able to eat. If I just say, oh, I can't get through this, oh, I can't, I can't get like, dude, go past this condition. Oh no, I just can't. I'm gonna die. I'm not gonna like live. I won't be able to properly live, really. But me telling myself, yes, I can do this. Guess what? Even if this condition that I have is permanent, I'm still going through it like I can beat it. I can beat this condition. I can get past it. I tell myself every single day, I can get past this. I cannot die. I cannot succumb to this. You know what I'm saying? I cannot. I will not. Nothing in this world is gonna tell me I cannot live past through this. Nothing in this world is gonna tell me that. I'm telling you, that positive self-talk, you need it. Because if you don't have it, you have a negative self-talk, it's disastrous. Trust me. It is very, very, very disastrous. Moving on. One reason why you might have a lot of negative self-talk and just negative thoughts in general, right? Is because you're on the internet too much. Like, I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot of things in this world going on right now. I understand why you would be very negative. You'll be very nihilistic. You'll be very like, what's even the point, right? The more you let that take control of you, it will not let you have that. I gotta be positive. I gotta have positive self-talk. You won't have that if you're constantly surrounding yourself with negativity. And I know some people have no choice but to be around negativity. Like, some people have abusive parents. Some people, go through all that stuff, right? But constantly surrounding yourself in that negativity will ruin you. It will ruin you. I know a lot of people that it's ruined. Being around, talking about all this negative news, all this stuff. Like, I understand there's a lot of bad things going on in this world. There's people dying everywhere, right? And it sucks. I wish I could help these people, Everybody wishes, yo, I wish I could do something. Like, donations. I know people do donations and all that. But for me, that's not enough. Like, I really want to be out there in the field, like saying, like, yo, we need to help these people. And unfortunately, the sad reality is that if we can't help ourselves, how could we help properly help somebody that is going through it? You need to get your mind right. And to get your mind right is getting out of this crazy world that is the internet. Like, get off Twitter, get off Instagram, anything that's like bringing you negativity because of the internet, like social media, especially social media. Stay off of social media if you can, right? Getting off of it will let you properly heal. That's what you need to do. You need to properly heal your brain. You can't properly heal if you're constantly bombarding your brain with this negative self-talk. Like, you're like, oh, this person looks better than me. Oh, this guy's doing better than me. These things going on in the world. These world leaders are crazy. Right? If you constantly putting that in your brain, you're gonna go crazy. I'm going crazy. I can't eat. Anything that happens, I'm gonna go crazy. I'm gonna be like, yo, like, let me tell you, like, it's kind of off topic because it's not internet. Like, nothing in the internet really bothers me. But, like, sometimes I like open up a water bottle, and like sometimes I might not hear the whatever, the little click every time you open it. Sometimes I might not hear it. I would just go crazy. I'll be like, oh, like, did somebody like like do something to it? Like that, that's scary. So I'm very paranoid. And me constantly being on the internet and really like being around these negative spaces on the internet, especially, that will make me go even more crazy. So do not let the internet destroy you. So basically, what I'm saying is, if you can, if you can afford to, if it's not part of your job at all or anything, if you're not really connected to the internet at all, do yourself a favor, stay off of it for a while, at least just for a little while. Trust me, you'll be feeling so much better. Trust. And now, I guess this is like my last point is to never waste a single second of your life. And that is kind of related to there's so much time thing, but this is so much deeper than that. Okay, this is a lot deeper than that. What I mean by that is one of the most, I guess, controversial, one of the more like deep topics is the depression, right? And the thing with depression is that it's plagued our society greatly, especially for younger people. And I feel like when you hear about somebody that goes through something so catastrophic as not being able to eat for 2 years, like, it seems like when you hear somebody about like that, if you hear like that happen to somebody, you can kind of imagine them being very, very depressed. And let me tell you, I'm the complete opposite. I'm the most happiest I've ever been in my entire life. And like, I mean that. I mean that wholeheartedly. And yes, I struggle. I struggle a lot because, I can't eat. I can't, it's hard for me to really do things, low energy, right? But I'm very, very happy, which is kind of surprising whenever like I tell that to somebody, when I just like say, yeah, I'm not depressed at all. Like, how are you not depressed? Like, there's a lot of people that have so much in this world. Like, they have, big house, a lot of cars, all this stuff, and they're depressed. And you look at someone like me and you're like, yeah, that guy has got to be depressed, but I'm not. And I'm not here to shame on those people that have those big cars and all that stuff, and they're depressed. I'm not here to shame them. I'm here to say that there's a lot of people in better positions than me and they're depressed, and I'm at a very, very horrible position, not being able to eat food, and I'm not depressed. The best way to, I guess, defeat depression, and again, I'm not like a psychologist. I'm not somebody that studies this stuff, right? I've never really read a paper on it. But from my experience beating depression, it is basically never waste a single second of your life, right? Because if you don't use all of your time, you let your brain just wander. And when you let your brain wander, it will lead you to very dark places. If you don't do anything, that's where the destructive thoughts come through. And you don't want to let your brain just wander. You want your brain to be focused. You want your brain to do what you want it to do, which is, be successful, be happy, be able to do these things that you really want to do. If you give yourself time of not doing anything, what's going to happen is, again, like I said, those negative thoughts are going to overwhelm you. And all of a sudden, now you're just like in this horrible position. You're going to go crazy. You're going to go insane. Like, I've gone through that many times where I would have like these depressive episodes where I wouldn't want to do anything because of that exact thing. And it's horrible. I want, like, for me beating it, it was basically like I said, me being a music artist, I use this time just working at my music, just constantly doing it, not letting myself like take a break. A lot of people are they'll go to me, they'll be like, "Yo, you gotta chill out. You gotta, you can take it easy." But the thing is, for me, I can't take it easy because if I take it easy, I'm gonna let the thoughts come through. I don't want to let the thoughts come through, and you might be saying like, "Oh, but like I don't want to do anything," because like some people they're very deep into it. If you're deep into it, I'd say personally, what I would do first is just a very small thing, just a small thing. It could just be like, I don't know, dusting off the drawers or something, just doing something, right? Doing something that's considered productive. Just tell yourself, I'm gonna just try and do it. If you do it, you're gonna get one step further. You're gonna be in the next day, okay, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna do that. You're gonna do that, the thing that you just did yesterday, and then you did an extra thing. And now you're gonna like basically it's like a snowball. Like you just do a little bit and then you just keep on spinning, then it grows and 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 it keeps on going. And now you're a big snowball rolling down the hill. You're not gonna stop. You not stopping will make sure that those thoughts, those negative thoughts that you had, never come back. And for me, working on my music, they're not here. They're not there anymore. Me making this video, for example, me saying, I'm gonna just do it. Just like, just do it. Just do it. I just put on the camera, just talk, right? Just that little thing pushed me to do that mindset of just do it. It combines like basically all the lessons that I learned combined led to me being able to make this video. Not wasting my time because I have all this time, being positive. I mean, I guess this is being posted on the internet, so I can't really say stay off the internet as a part of it. But again, using those principles allowed me to make this video, and it allowed me to become a music artist, to get really good at my craft. If you're at all interested in like what I've created, I'm gonna have it in the description on my website flattoe.com. I'm selling Are You Ready Yet? Complete edition, or the complete edition plus instrumentals if you want to get either one. I also have like a tip thing, like if you want to like give extra, I'll very much appreciate it. And if you don't want to buy it, if bread's low, you can always stream it on all streaming platforms. But if you can buy the project, that'd be very much appreciated. Music artists, we don't really make that much money off of streaming. If you'd like to support me in my journey of not being able to eat, that'd be very, very much appreciated. I will love you forever for that. Maybe I'll send you an email and I'll say thank you so much. I'll give you a personal message if you do. If there's a lot that comes through, then I'll try my best to. But yes, I will send everybody a video. Not a video, maybe a video, but I'll send everybody thank yous if you do it. I'll very much greatly appreciate it. But anyways, enough of that plug, right? All of these lessons combined allowed me to not be depressed. And if you feel any sort of way, if you feel depressed in any sort of way, if you feel like something, right? If you take all of this into account, you can do it. You can do whatever you want to do. I know you can. Because someone like me who's, in a very horrible like health situation, very just situation in general, I'm just in a bad situation in life in general, I can do it. I can do what I want to do. Being a music artist, being able to drop Are You Ready at Complete Edition, doing all that stuff because of all these lessons, and especially making sure that I use all of my time. Because if I didn't use all my time, that time would be spent wandering, just daydreaming. And that is probably the most dangerous thing that you can do, especially when like you're at a certain point of your life. Because if you just think, you're just gonna think bad. Trust me, you're gonna think bad. Because eventually, like, even if you think positively all the time, the bad will come through at some point, and you don't want to be in that cycle. There's a lot of people that will tell you, yeah, don't go in that cycle. I've been in that cycle. You do not want to be in that cycle of negativity. You don't. You can take this advice. Maybe you can just leave it in the back of your mind. But this is something that I really just wanted to get out because of my condition. These are like the main things that I learned from this condition. No food, no eating, 2 years. Yeah, that's it.